Hey folks, today's episode is going to be about the top 10 things that I want to have happen as a fan of the main series game and now transitioning into Pokemon Go, the 10 things I would like to see in Pokemon Go as we progress into the future. Now, because I'm on that budget plan for internet service providers and my upload speed is like 1 megabit per second, I'm going to cut this episode into 2 episodes. So I'm going to go 10 through 6 for this episode, and then top 5 through the very first thing that I would like to see in Pokemon Go for the next sub episode. So stay tuned for the other one. It should come out shortly. And just a disclaimer, the lower ideas are pretty much close to impossible, but I'd still like to see it. Maybe not impossible, but like maybe nobody else wants this. So just a little FYI. Don't, rage on me. Each of these segmented episodes have their own runner-up idea. So let's get into it. Runner-up idea for once 10 through 6 is going to be more ways to mark your Pokemon. Now, in the main series game, there were the basic shapes, a heart and a star, I believe. So I think there's like 5 or 6 different ways to mark your Pokemon. Right now in Pokemon Go, as you know, the only thing we can do is star it, and that's our favorite. Now, I have Pokemon that are my favorites, but I also want to designate different Pokemon for different things, like my mass evolution parties. I want to be able to designate those with like whatever. I don't really care. Just so there's some other way to mark the Pokemon other than it being my favorite. So here we go. Number 10. There needs to be a Pokemart and a Pokecenter within the game. Now, you could do this in one of two ways. You could either have this as an item that you get from a Pokestop, or if you had like in a couple of different cities within the state or within whatever country you're in, there's a designated spot that is a Pokecenter or a Pokemart. What the Pokecenter would do, for those of you who aren't familiar, you go there and it just heals everybody. And it also revives everybody. So I don't have to spend 5 hours going around trying to get a whole bunch of Pokestops. I can just go to this one spot and use the Pokecenter. Now, I know what you're thinking. Oh, everybody would use it and abuse it, blah, blah, blah. I get that. So, to curtail that, what you do is the only way you can use it is if you've done your 7-day streak. So you can do it once per week, we'll say. There's got to be some sort of limit to it because there would be no other use for the potions and the revives that we get. The other thing, the Pokemart, would just be a spot where everything's discounted like they do with the special boxes. So you go to this one specific spot and you get a discount on stuff, and you can use your Pokecoins there. Okay, number 9. Premium raid Premium raid passes need to increase your chances of catching a raid boss. Period. This is my wife's idea. I'm going to give credit where credit is due. Because if I'm buying premium passes and I'm still not catching those premium Pokemon, I'm going to be slightly upset. Okay? And let's think about it. Why are you naming it premium if they're nothing more than a green raid pass? Okay, let's make it premium by giving me an increased chance of catching my raid boss. Number 8, we need some sort of weekly challenge. So it could be collect 5 fire types and you get extra potions. I don't care. Some sort of thing that keeps me interested in the game, because you can't just do a bunch of type special events where it's just like now there's a whole bunch of water spawns. You can keep the game interesting by doing weekly challenges where you just give us random things to do and we go out and do them, because number one, Like I said, doing a whole bunch of special events is going to fade out because we only have so many types to do. Number two, in the main series games, that's what it was pretty much about when you weren't traveling from gym to gym. You had small tasks to do to progress you through the game. And within those weekly challenges, it would be really cool if there was designated gyms that were non-playable character gyms. So you would kind of like how you would see in the main series games. You would go to a gym and these Pokemon are between like 200,000, no, excuse me, they would be like 2,000 CP all the way up to 5,000 CP. Yeah, so you run through the gauntlet with the 6 Pokemon that you have and see if you could beat the gym. And you can't add to this gym, you can't ever tear it down. This is just a non-playable gym that you can, battle your Pokemon with and see what you can do. Basically, you're testing your skills as a trainer with the Pokemon that you have. Number 7 is breeding. Now, with the introduction of TMs, I didn't really care about breeding happening, but then I thought it could be really cool because I was a big breeder fan when I was playing Generation 3. It would be cool to breed your Pokemon to have certain move sets that it can't normally have, even though it is a specific type. So, like, let's say Golem or Rhydon may not have access to all the stronger rock type moves, or so you could breed it to know a particular move that you want it to know. The last wish list for this episode, number 6, is trading, and within trading, hold items. Now, trading, we all know is coming, but to make it even better is if we can give our Pokemon items to hold. So I hear so many people when we get together for raids, I don't have any potions. If we could trade, if we could let our Pokemon hold a max potion and then send it off to our whoever we're giving our Pokemon to, they now have a max potion. And I know it doesn't solve the problem of them having lots of potions, but at least it gets us one step closer. Now, another reason to have hold items is there are lots of people who are getting 7-day streak bonuses, and within that we always get an evolution item, but who needs 500 upgrades? In order to make those evolution items more relevant, let us have the Pokemon hold a metal coat, and so our metal attacks get stronger. For those of you not familiar, Pokemon holding specific items could get stronger based upon whatever item it was holding. So Metal Coat would let all Steel type Pokemon get stronger if they're using Steel moves. If you let your Pokemon hold Dragon Scale, all Dragon type attack moves become stronger. So something like that just to make the game more interesting as far as gym battles go. Hey, real quick, I just thought about this. If you have hold items like Water Stone, Fire Stone, what do they call it? Electric Stone, I guess. You would then no longer have your EV evolutions be quite so random. And then this is also going to play into the later generations when Glaceon and Leafeon come out. You can't just do the name trick all the time and then have all your EV evolutions be random after that. So having hold items lets EV have its specific evolution that you want it to be by letting him hold an item and then having it evolve. Back to the show. Okay, folks, that is going to do it for this episode. Again, this is only part 1 of a 2-part episode, so stay tuned. Stay tuned for the top 5 things that I want to see coming to Pokemon Go in the near future. Have a good day and good luck. Hope you guys are catching all your legendaries. Peace.